So this story is about Shiva becoming a corpse or becoming like a corpse. And like all good stories, it starts with a demon. And there was this demon in the cosmos who was causing quite a lot of havoc and quite a lot of disturbance. Now, there's also a curse involved, or a boon, let's put it this way, depending which side you're on. But this demon could only be killed by a child of Shiva. So as you can imagine, everyone in manifestation, the gods, were quite disturbed by the presence of the demon, by all the obstacles and obstructions that this demon was bringing. But there was also no opportunity for the demon to be vanquished because there was no child of Shiva's. Shiva was away meditating on the top of a mountain for thousands and thousands of years. He had absolutely no interest in getting married, having children. So the gods devise a plan that he falls in love with Parvati, the daughter of the Himalayas. So what they do is they actually ask Kama, who is the Lord of Desire, to go and see if he can get Shiva to fall in love with Parvati. So they create this plan. Kama goes to Mount Kailash. Shiva's there meditating, his eyes closed, one with consciousness, totally at bliss, in a deep meditative state. And then when Parvati was not randomly, they planned everything. When Parvati was randomly walking about, that's when Kama shot an arrow into Shiva, waking him up. And in that moment, when he opened his eyes, he saw Parvati, and he instantly fell utterly in love with her. When they locked eyes, it was love at first sight. It wasn't really the first sight. Shiva was already with Shakti in other stories, but that's for another time. They fall in love instantly. But then Shiva suddenly remembers that he was woken from his meditation by Kama. So when that happens, when he returns to his yogic senses, that's when his third eye opens. And then instantly a shot of fire comes out of his third eye, and he completely vanquishes Kama, the Lord of Desire. Now, at that point, after that, he returns to his beloved, to Parvati, and they indulge in embraces and happy that they found each other. But then after a while, Parvati kind of changes her attitude towards Shiva. And she's asking Shiva, "My lord, do you think it is wise that you've vanquished Kama, the Lord of Desire? What will the beings in the cosmos do without it? They will isolate themselves. They will not be in contact with each other. And then what will become of manifestation?" And Shiva says, "Yes, my darling, you are entirely right. I appreciate your wisdom. I will resurrect Kama so that the beings in the manifestation can enjoy desire, so that they can enjoy each other. But I, Shiva, I have no use of Kama. With my powers, I have transcended desire." Parvati's attitude begins to change even more. All of a sudden, her loving gaze turns into a focused gaze, straight at Shiva. When your partner does something that's not all right, and then you can kind of just like, you did it. So now we're going to get to it. So what happens is that all the light and color of her complexion begins to change. The earth, the mountain starts to tremble as her energy field begins to expand and grow bigger and bigger and bigger. All of a sudden, the whole cosmos starts to tremble. At that point, Shiva falls to the ground, utterly still, like a corpse. And instead of Parvati, Kalima stands before Shiva. To be more precise, she stands on Shiva. And Kali is what they say, a terrifying form of the feminine divine of Shakti. She has blood dripping, and she wears a garland which is made out of skulls. She has many hands, and she has wild hair. And when Kali appears, she actually withdraws. Her energy, her Shakti is withdrawn from Shiva. And Shiva cannot do anything apart from being utterly still, unmovable and unmoving. At this point, all of the Shakti is, well, Kali herself as the Shakti, she is threatening to withdraw all of her power out of the universe. I'm going to read what she says because she, I can't do it as good as it is. So I'm going to share with you what she says to Shiva while she's standing on him. He is utterly still, unmovable, like a Shava, like a corpse. And she says, "You are the consciousness of the universe, and I am its energy. Without my power, all beings merely lie inert, as you do now. I am the primordial power that propels the galaxies and all beings within the cosmos. I am desire, without which there is no action. Even your meditation, my great Lord, is born out of desire. How else could it be? You are the walker and I am the walk. You are the dancer and I am the dance. But when my energy is removed from you, you are awareness alone, incapable of any and all action. Behold my colossal power as I return it to the universe and all beings within it, including you, my great Lord." So what can we learn from this story? Well, Shiva learned a very important lesson about what it is to be in manifestation, because Shiva is the principle of consciousness, of absolute, utter stillness, inertia. It is the darkness. And then Shakti is the principle of movement, of transformation, of creation, of manifestation. There is no manifestation without the Shakti. So when you lie in Shavasana, when you take Shavasana, this is an opportunity to be, to become the witness, to observe how this creation is manifesting within you, around you. When Shakti withdraws from Shiva, he becomes a corpse. There's no movement, there's no action. Without action, there is no manifestation. And action is karma. This is literally what karma means, action. So when you lie in Shavasana, see if you can practice witnessing. You can stop becoming and focus on being. Every time you are in Shavasana, this is a practice of witnessing, observing, and being, just as it is. Om. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I'll see you soon. Happy full moon and happy Guru Purnima.